Hey guys, Federalist again. Just a couple ideas. It's been a while since I did any videos, so I figured today is my day. I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of them because there's been so much in the news that's been noteworthy. Um, David Letterman is a classless old fool. He really needs to just give it up. I used to be a fan of the Letterman show, and I used to watch it when I was a, stay up late kind of guy. And the more I'm looking at what he said, it might have been an honest mistake. He might have been referring to Sarah's oldest daughter, who did have a baby. Um, okay, but still. I mean, I remember when Republicans and conservatives used to be considered mean-spirited because we didn't believe in the welfare, social security programs. We believed more in, and still believe, in individual initiative and responsibility and the rewards that can come with risk. Um, basically planning for the future and being more self-sufficient. That was looked upon as a mean-spirited way of thinking because there are certain people out there that, let's face it, they don't think. They don't think. People, if you give them a chance, people will be lazy. It's just human nature, I think, and a lot of people fall into that category. It's a shame, but it happens. But now it really seems to me that the mean-spiritedness is all happening on the left. I mean, it's really all happening from people like Colbert, from, Bill Maher. Uh, well, I mean, you hate to almost lump, I don't know the political leanings of David Letterman, but I'm just kind of making an assumption because nothing he ever has to say about a Republican or a conservative is very nice. I'm considering him to be on the left. No solid evidence, but I think people could make up their own minds if they watched him for a while that the guy is definitely a lib. And I hate to even use the term liberal to describe him. He's more of, I don't know. I just read Mark Levin's book, Liberty and Tyranny, and the word statist is really an apt description. Just describing people as completely stupid, incapable of handling their own finance, always getting shafted by the big evil corporation, silver spoon, trust fund guys that, their lives have been made since day one and they've taken advantage of people. Hogwash, poppycock, who cares? Does that diminish my chances of myself doing something better for myself? No, it doesn't really. Um, I don't know. I see Sarah Palin continuing to just scare the shit out of people, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I think that she is probably honestly, the most recognizable front runner for 012. I mean, we have Romney, we have Newt, some good thinkers in our party in the conservative ranks that would do a fine job, but I see her as the face of victory. A lot of people are going to disagree with me. That's what we do here in America. We discourse. We can be okay with that. Um, as far as her family, though, it's kind of gotten to be this smear tactic of the left, just to become as ugly as possible and just start ripping on somebody's family. And that people will say, oh, well, she brought him out in front of everybody. They're fair game. I'm sorry, Sasha and Malia were right out there in front of everybody. You want to start making little rape jokes about Sasha and Malia? I don't think that'd be very funny. I think I'd be the last one to laugh, even though I vehemently disagree with Barack Obama. That wouldn't be funny from anybody. Um, you know, I'm seeing the economy here as something that it's being harmed by economic policies being put forth by the liberals in Congress and by, the statists in Congress, I should say. I'm going to stop debasing the word liberal. That meant something. It meant a thinker. Clearly we have no thinkers in the Democratic, lines of Congress. It's just all about engorging the state. It's about making this huge, sort of unchangeable, federal government that's just a huge bureaucracy. It's like Chicago, near where I live here. A lot of you have heard of Chicago, probably from there. Chicago's a mess. We call Cook County, the county that it's in, Crook County for a reason. It's a mess. There are so many bed bugs in that bed, it is unbelievable, and you will never get them all out. I mean, I always say that, I know people from Chicago, and a couple of my family members live there, and I'm hoping that at some point God will just strike down the city of Chicago into the lake and, just be done with it, because it's just a hotbed of just awful graft and corruption. You know, we have the mayor of Chicago whose family members all seem to benefit from city contracts, and it's just remarkable. He's not available for comment, and it's like the Gestapo. It's like, you know, nobody can seem to do anything about it, and it just sickens me. The only thing that seems to be really doing anything good in our economy right now is firearms. Yeah, I mean, get yours while they're hot. I mean, I just went out recently and purchased this wonderful new XDM. These things are magnificent. If you guys haven't fired one of these, you need to get on board. These are a great gun from Springfield Armory. Fantastic stuff. You may need one of these in the end, because right now we seem to be on a complete collision course with being broke and seeing the desperate people of our, you know, neighborhoods go up in arms. And by God, I'm not going to be the one without the gun. You know, I've kind of worked hard and struggled and fought, and I've got a few things. You know, I'm not a rich guy by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm kind of proud of the things that I have. And I love my family, and I'm not going to let anything happen to them. And so people that would do something stupid, I think they better think about that. And that's not the only gun I have, okay? Just to be totally plain and honest. I support the Second Amendment. I love shooting. My son loves shooting. My girlfriend's son loves shooting. We all enjoy the sport. We all enjoy, you know, doing that stuff. And, you know, I see a lot of Americans out there joining the ranks of gun ownership, like my parents. 69 years old. My father finally gets himself a gun. It's frightening to me almost. So, well, the only thing I can honestly say that's been a boon since Obama got into office has been the gun industry, which is cool for me because, like I said, I'm an NRA guy. I'm a fan of the Second Amendment, and I see its usefulness in a society as ours. It's just a shame that that's the only thing that seems to be on the rise, you know, in the free market, you know, or in the semi-free market, whatever we're left with at this point. Kind of cracks me up, all these states in the union that have just failed. Just all these socialist, you know, if you're a leftist, your strongholds are Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, you know, California and Michigan, home of the UAW. All these places that are just obviously left-leaning are going broke. But guess what the answer is? It's not to look at Texas, which is the only state that has really, really positive results from basically a laissez-faire attitude toward, you know, business. They don't have an income tax. Business is growing there. It's one of the only states, if not the only state in the union that's doing that well. But they're not going to take that example. They're going to just go, well, we just haven't spent enough yet to overcome this inertia. You know, we haven't overcome this problem yet. So we're going to continue to throw money that we don't have at a problem that is not going to get fixed with money. You know, it just sucks. It's kind of funny. UKIP, like I just said in my last video, UKIP got a second place. They came from being a pressure group not that long ago, a decade ago, and now they actually came second in an election for the European Parliament. I'm glad to see that Europeans, the British people in general, looking and going, something's just wrong. It's not working like we thought. Maybe we should rethink this socialism stuff. And I'm totally with you. You should. We should. You know, like I said in the last video, I got no problem with a few people having to die because they just don't feel like working. And if people want to rob folks and make that into a living because they're too stupid to do anything else or too lazy, I got no problem with that. You know, like I said, I am an armed American citizen, and nothing here is worth dying for. You know, it's just kind of funny, but though, when I say, you know, I'm looking at the Europeans who I've just noted for the last, well, since I've been alive, is just rolling, you know, downhill towards socialism and communism, and they're telling us now that we are going too far in that direction. That is the sickest thing I think I've ever witnessed in my life. I am just shocked. I'm stunned. It's hard for me to even think that we elected a president who is taking us right down the road of failure, you know, and he knows it damn well. And I think he would have it no other way. I think this is what they mean by social justice. You tear down your economy so that people who don't know anything can have a chance with people that really do.